Good morning. This is my very first time-lapse video with voiceover, so we'll see how this goes. Normally I am a digital artist, so I'm trying to branch out into traditional, which you'll see in the other videos on my page. But this is how I am normally doing my artwork. This is a commission from Fur Affinity of a character named Gwynt. The owner's name is, I believe, Awyr, but A-W-Y-R. The character is a Succubat, so she's got like the fluffy ears and she's got some really awesome wings on her. They're really nifty. So you'll have to bear with me on this because I'm not used to watching something and speaking at the same time. This is a bit weird for me, but we'll see how this goes. The program I'm using is Tool Sai. I'm not very good with drawing in Photoshop anymore. The tablet that I have does not seem to like it, and I'm not entirely sure why. So for the last few years, I've just been using this instead. But I find that it really makes my line art fairly clean, as well as when I'm cel shading. So typically I'm just a cel shade artist. I've never really been blessed with being able to soft shade, but I suppose it's because I've just been really lazy and not tried to branch out. But this year I've decided that nope, enough's enough. Yes, I draw anime and I draw a lot of animals, but I really want to be able to do something that's out of my comfort zone, what I consider to be out of my league. So the other videos that you're going to find on my channel are going to be more traditional based. Occasionally I'll post up one of these videos for you to see like my processes, and hopefully you won't get any dog or rat noise because we have two very large dogs here. So at the moment what I'm doing is I'm just inking everything, which I know it's going by really quickly, but I don't want you guys to have to sit there and watch for like 2 hours me doing line art. So after doing the line art, I'm just going and I'm filling in all the color. I like filling in my colors on a different layer every time, so I call them flats. I get a lot of people that say that I use too many layers, but I feel like you can never have enough, really. I absolutely admire the people that can just have one layer and do everything on it, because that's not me. So I like using layers to do my shadows, to do my highlights. So with this picture, you're gonna see 2 layers of shadows, not including the eyes. The eyes I do a bit differently. If you want to see how I do the eyes in a tutorial, let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to make one of those. I just want to make sure that you guys actually want something like that before I go and waste my time, I suppose. But I'd rather make stuff that you guys want to see. The best bit of advice I've ever been given for cel shading is lay your lines confidently. If it looks like you've drawn I suppose it's really weird for me to say, if you put your lines down like you mean it, instead of it being like, I don't know, because I tend to find if I'm unsure of something, I'll kind of squiggle it. I'll draw too slowly. I like using really fast hand motions as I'm drawing, and I find that gives me a cleaner line. So even though the light where it's shining on her might not actually be exact where it would naturally fall, that's the beauty of cel shade. It doesn't necessarily matter as long as it looks like you meant that to be there on purpose. I always draw very large. This is, well, at least it started off as a 4000 by 4000 pixel, and it was at 300 DPI. Sorry, PPI. Wrong format. Those are the wings. They're so cool. I love them. I loved the sketch I did on this, so as soon as I had the body type down, I was like, yep, that's happening. When I do commissions, I love it when people give me the idea of what they want and just say go. I find that's when I do my best work, in comparison to when someone says, and this has to be like that, and this butt cheek needs to be turned at a 45-degree angle, and the hair has to be like massively like in a braid with spikes coming out of it. And I have had really bizarre requests from people. But I mean, you know, commissioner's money, if that's what they want, I'll do it. But I find that if I just let myself like flow into the picture, that I personally feel like it's a better result. But I suppose that's when your imagination is just like, yeah, I got this. In all my pictures, I like to add highlights and shadows, but I use layers for that. So with this, you're going to see a luminosity layer going throughout, and I'm adjusting the colors as I go. So you get like that brilliant vibrance to some of the colors. And then I also added multiply layers, and I think a couple overlays of different colors, so I could achieve more of depth in the character's shading. So that is my very first time-lapse video for you guys. If you really like this or have any critiques for me because I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, post it below. I would totally appreciate it. And if you would very much kindly like the video and subscribe. It'd be a really big pleasure of mine to get to know more of you guys because I'm new to YouTube and I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. But I want to share what I do with you guys. So until next time, mwah, bye!